Welcome back to the new video as part of the playlist Cybersecurity Unit number 2. Financial frauds, a growing concern. Financial frauds are illegal activities aimed at deceiving individuals or organizations for financial gain. They can take many forms, from simple scams to complex schemes involving organized crime. Common types of financial frauds includes investment scams. These involve promising high returns with little or no risk. Okay. So examples include Ponzi schemes, pyramid schemes, pump and dump schemes. We will discuss in detail about these three different types of schemes in the coming slides. So right now I will skip this. So there is short description provided here. If you want, you can read it. So, but as we are going to repeat it again in detail, we will learn again about all these schemes. So I am skipping this slide. Now, coming to the common types of financial frauds. One is identity theft. This occurs when someone steals your personal information. For what purpose they will steal this personal information? To use for financial fraud. Okay. So the purpose of them is why they will do identity theft is because when someone steals your personal information to use for fraudulent activities, for these fraudulent activities only, they will perform identity theft, such as opening credit cards or taking out loans. Check fraud. This involves writing bad checks or forging checks to obtain money illegally. You know what do you mean by forging? Okay. So what is bad check means? Somebody signing on behalf of us without our notice. So it's better to always hand over the checkbook which is not in use with us. Okay. So otherwise somebody will perform forgery on that, and that will come under this check fraud activity. So this is a type of financial frauds. Now coming to the other types of financial frauds includes credit card fraud. This involves using stolen credit card information. What they will do? They will store the credit card information like credit card number, CVV, expiry date. Okay. Only the problem is with OTP. If OTP also available with them, if our SIM got swapped, then they will also receive the OTP. Then they can perform online transactions. Okay. Those are called as unauthorized purchases. Phishing. This is a type of social engineering attack. We will discuss in detail about this phishing in the social engineering attacks. That's a new topic where scammers attempt to trick the victims into revealing personal information by posing as legitimate entities. Wire transfer fraud. This involves convincing victims to wire money to fraudulent accounts. Advance advance fee fraud. This involves promising a large payout in exchange of a small upfront fee. So we should not fall prey for such kind of frauds. So in order to save money, you will lose entire money. So how to protect yourself or ourselves? Be skeptical. Skeptical means we should be very much cautious. We should not trust anybody. So be wary of unsolicited offers, especially those promising high returns with little or no risk. Verify information before providing personal or financial information. Verify the legitimacy of the senders or organizations. You have to completely ask him, or otherwise you have to demand him to show his credentials or his ID card during WhatsApp call. Okay, or if you can ask, the particular person will call from a landline which cannot be reconnected again. So they will be having different numbers. So their purpose is to get our financial information. So if somebody asks you personal or financial information, don't give it blindly. Verify the legitimacy. of the sender or organization. If they pose as if they are from a legitimate sources, you can demand them to show the ID card or show his employment number. So they will get, of course, they know that, oh, this person knows more about these kind of scams or this kind of schemes. So they will immediately disconnect the call. Monitor accounts, regularly review your bank account and credit card statements for unauthorized activity. Don't blindly pay the amount. Okay, as soon as you get the statement, you thoroughly verify by taking a printout of it, or otherwise directly check it online, especially in systems, not in mobile phones. Okay, in the mobile phone, you cannot view it clearly. If you have a good mobile phone, you can of course use it and you can see it in the mobile phone itself. If you find any fraudulent, unauthorized transactions, you have to immediately report it to the concerned bank authorities. Okay, use strong passwords. Create strong and unique passwords for your online accounts. One should use this technique. You have to use unique password for every internet banking. Okay, so don't use same password for all accounts. If one password is leaked means they can access your entire online accounts. Be cautious of phishing attempts. Be cautious of emails or phone calls requesting personal information. Report fraud. How you can report fraud? If you believe that you have been a victim of fraud, report it to the appropriate authorities like SEBI or national cybercrime agencies or consumer affairs court. Okay, so like that, in the coming slides we will see how to report the frauds also. So what are the resources available for us? We have certain called as Indian Computer Emergency Response Team. You can approach this certain if you have encountered any kind of these kind of attacks. So the URL for that is www.certin.org.in. This is a secured website, as the URL tells that HTTPS is secure site. And you can also approach Reserve Bank of India. If some banks are troubling you, you can approach Reserve Bank of India. They will resolve the issue. National Cybercrime Reporting Portal. So the for that the URL is https colon double slash cybercrime.gov.in. So these are secure websites only. Okay, you can trust them. These are not websites which will insert malicious links in their sites. By understanding common financial frauds and taking preventive measures, you can help protect yourself and become victim. You can help protect yourself from becoming a victim. Okay, so I pronounce it incorrectly, but the correct pronunciation is you can help protect yourself from becoming a victim. So now coming to the detailed, like I told you, we will discuss in detail about different schemes, right? So the common types of investment scams are: one is Ponzi scheme, second is pyramid schemes, third is pump and dump schemes, high yield investment programs, forex and binary option scams. So we will discuss one by one. These schemes operate by paying returns to the existing investors. Okay, their main target here is they will be attracting the investors to invest in their schemes. Okay, so they will rotate the money from the new investors. If there is no underlying investment and the scheme is eventually collapses with when there are not enough new investors to sustain it. So you should not trust on this type of schemes. If they will offer, of course they will offer that there is little risk or no risk at all, but you should not trust and invest money in these type of schemes. Okay, what is a Ponzi scheme? I hope it is clear to you. So here the main target is they will be working on the investors. If there are no investors, then they will uh, what you can say, that scheme collapses when there are not enough new investors to sustain it. But whereas the pyramid scheme is different, it relies on a network of participants, okay, who recruit new members to earn commissions. Like one example is binary scheme. On one person there will be two more persons, on other person there will be two more persons, and here also two more person. This is called as its right side, and this is called as its left side. Okay, so if he want to earn commissions, or if he should get commission, the others should do the business. Their job is to sell the products through using this binary network. Okay, so they will be, their job is to invest, I mean recruit new members, but they won't care about the underlying capital investment. Their primary focus is on recruiting new members only, rather than generating profits from an underlying investment. I hope it is clear. Now coming to the pump and dump schemes. In these schemes, scammers manipulate the price of stock by spreading false or misleading information to entice investors to buy. Once the price is artificially inflated, they will only artificially inflate the price and claim that, okay, if I invest in this particular scheme, I am going to get huge profits. The scammers sell all their shares, causing the price to plummet. Okay, so what happens at the ultimately, because of this artificial inflation they have created, the everybody will invest in such kind of schemes, and on the end of the day, or over a period of time, the scammers will sell all their shares, causing the price to plummet. High yield investment programs, called as HYIPS. The abbreviation of HYIPS is high yield investment programs. These programs offer unusually high returns on investments, often with a little risk or no risk. They are often fraudulent and and may disappear without paying any returns. Okay, so they will promise in the beginning that there is little or no risk, but at the end of the day, or at the end of certain period, they will just raise their hands. Okay, so without paying any amount back to us. Forex and binary option scams. These scams involve trading foreign currencies or predicting the direction of asset prices. Scammers often manipulate the platforms or provide false information to deceive investors. Okay, now moving ahead, how to protect yourself. Again, the same point is repeated: be skeptical. Always, we should be aware of unsolicited investment offers, especially those promising high returns with or with with little or no risk. Thoroughly perform a research on any investment opportunity, okay, before making a decision. Check the company's background, both physically and online, reputation of that company, and regulatory status, whether they are following any regulatory status or not. Verify the credentials. As I told just now, verify the credentials of the person or the company offering any investment. So, this is a crucial point, verifying the credentials. Moving ahead, how to protect yourself. Avoid high pressure sales tactics. Because of sales people these days, so many telecallers are having their own targets. To meet the targets, through the call itself, they will try to sell they will try to sell their loans or any like insurance policies like that. So their job is to fulfill the target by the end of the day. So be cautious of such kind of salespeople who pressurize you to invest immediately or without conducting the due diligence. Okay, so diversify your investment. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. This is a statement, general statement given in such a way that its meaning is spread your investment across different assets. Okay, if one goes down, other will raise up. So if you put all your eggs in one basket, if that one basket falls down, what happens? Every egg will be broken. If you put it in different baskets, at least one basket falls down, the other baskets will be safe. That's how he's using this statement here. So he's telling it us indirectly that don't invest in only one assets. Okay, you have to spread your investments across different assets classes to reduce the risk. Consult a financial advisor. Seek advice from a qualified financial advisors who can help you in making informed about investment decisions. So without taking any financial advisor or with consulting a financial advisors, by seeking its her advice from a qualified financial advisor, not a normal financial advisor. So you have to underline this word, qualified financial advisor. Okay. So, what is the main purpose of consulting a financial advisor? You have to seek a qualified information from him so that if he is qualified, he can give certain correct decision so that we can do investment without doing any other research or anything. If you believe you have been a victim of investment scam, report it to the appropriate authorities such as the Securities and Exchange Board of India, called as SEBI, or the local police. Okay, so if it is related to invest scams or loan related scams, you have to always approach SEBI only. The local police will not help you. Okay, so if it is possible, you can approach local police also. Now coming to the reporting investment scams, we have just now came to know what are the different types of investment scams are there. How to report it, we are going to learn in this slide. If you believe you have been a victim of an investment scam, it's important to report it to the appropriate authorities. Here are some steps you can take. Gather evidence. So, collection of any documentation related to the scam, such as emails, phone, phone call records, or contracts, or payment receipts. Okay, there are different types of scams available. Accordingly, you can gather the evidence either as a email or phone call records, contract, any agreement you have signed with so like contracts, or any payment receipts. You can collect all this evidence and preserve them with you. Contact the investment firm. If you have invested through a legitimate financial institution, contact their customer service department to report the scam. Report to the regulatory authorities. File a complaint with Securities and Exchange Board of India, SEBI. You can do it. You can do this through the online, through their website, or by mail. Contact the police. If you believe the crime has been committed, file a police report if possible. And if it is related to financial fraud, if you have lost money due to the scam, inform your bank immediately so that there is a possibility that you can recover your funds back. File a complaint with Consumer Affairs Department. If you have been scammed by a company based in India, here India is the word you have to highlight. So if it is related to the Indian company who did a scam, then you can approach Consumer Affairs Department. Okay. So when you have to approach Consumer Affairs Department, if the scam belongs to the Indian based company, if it belongs to foreign based company, this Consumer Affairs Department will not help you. Report to the online databases. Share your experience with online scam databases to warn others about the fraudulent activity. So not only you became victim, you have to learn a lesson from that scam and you have to upload in the scam databases so that others will be aware of such kind of fraudulent activity. Okay. So immediately after recovering your money by approaching your bank, you have to upload that in the online scam databases. You can warn others. So by using these online scam databases. For more information on reporting options, you can visit the below mentioned websites. I told just now, sebi.gov.in. If you want to give the complaint to the Security Exchange Board of India, which is called as SEBI, the website for that is www.sebi.gov.in. This is also secure website. And next, National Cybercrime Portal, https://cybercrime.gov.in. Consumer Affairs Department, Government of India is mentioning clearly Government of India. So you can approach if the company belongs to India, you can approach Consumer Affairs Department through this link. By reporting scams, you can help protect others from falling victim to similar fraudulent schemes. Moving ahead, this is a new topic: social engineering attacks. Social engineering attacks. What they will do here, as the meaning only tells that it is related to the group of people. A group of people is called as a society. So it deals with manipulation of people for gain. For what purpose they will do the manipulations? For a financial gain or any other gain. So there are so many different types of social engineering attacks. First, briefly, let us describe what are the different social engineering attacks are available. As I told just now, these attacks relies on human interactions, deception, or manipulation to gain unauthorized access to systems or information. Attackers exploits people's trust, curiosity, and or fear to trick them into revealing sensitive information or performing actions that benefit the attacker. So they will try to they will try to create people's trust out of their curiosity or fear to trick them. Okay. So these days, so many people are suffering with huge number of calls daily we will get, right? So we will sometimes block the number, but they will call from other numbers. Okay. I don't want to reveal the company name, but usually I used to get regularly some messages or mails or phone calls also. Common types of social engineering attacks. As I told you, phishing is belongs to a social engineering attack. So we will discuss in detail about this phishing here. Attackers send emails or messages that appear to be from a legitimate sources. What is legitimate means? It is like, for example, if you receive a mail from SBI, you will trust it immediately because you have received a mail from SBI. If you have account in that SBI bank or ICICI bank or HDFC bank. So just for example, I am using these names. So if you receive any such kind of legitimate sources, a message or email coming from legitimate sources, why they will send that from legitimate sources? They will use different URL, of course. It will not be coming from your bank, but they will create a trust. Just now I told you, people's trust, curiosity, or fear to trick them. So these they will send emails or messages that appear to be from legitimate sources. For what purpose? For tricking the victims into clicking on malicious links or downloading attachments that contain malware. So these days PDFs also contains some viruses which are called as especially malwares. Okay, there is one more category of phishing called spear phishing. This is a more targeted version of phishing where attackers personalize their messages to specific individuals or organizations. They will send a message by mentioning the name, Dear Surya Hanumanlu, you have received a 10 lakhs loan offer from so and so sources. Okay. They will mention, I don't want to reveal the name of the bank, but like that, you will get a message that is called spear phishing. It's a type of phishing only, but it's a more targeted version where attackers personalize their messages to specific individuals or organizations. Then others attacks include quid pro quo. In this, attackers offer something of a value in exchange for personal information or access to the systems. What they will do? They will offer something in exchange of personal information or access to the systems. Next is tailgating. What do you mean by tailgating? Attackers follow unauthorized individuals into a secure area without proper authorizations. They are not supposed to enter into that secure areas where the users will be accessing internet banking or emailing, such kind of things. So attackers follow them using unauthorized activities, okay, without any proper authorizations. Next is shoulder surfing. Attackers observe individuals entering the passwords or pins from a distance, especially these hackers in ATM centers. You should be aware of, like, actually, usually in ATM centers, only one person will enter, but these days, along with one person, others are also entering into the ATM center. You should be very much cautious while entering the passwords. And these days, banking software also, they have improved their softwares. As soon as the transaction completes, we will be in a hurry to take the money first. We will forget to take the card. But these days, after inserting the card, they will ask us to immediately remove it. Then only the transaction completes. Okay. After that insertion and removal of the card, only it will ask our password. Even though if the shoulder surfing attackers, if they take our password, if they see our password, they cannot do anything. Okay. Provided if you collect your card back. If you forget, the transactions will not complete. So you have to immediately take the card after inserting. Coming to the pretexting. What is pretexting means? Attackers create a false scenario or pretext to gain trust and obtain information. They will send pretexting messages. Like attackers create a false scenario or pretext to gain trust and obtain information. How to protect yourself? Again, be skeptical. Be wary of unsolicited emails, phone calls, or messages, especially those requesting personal information. Okay. So you should not click any links if they are not related to you. Verify the information before clicking on the links or opening the attachments. Verify the sender's identity and the legitimacy of the message. These two are the very crucial points. You have to verify the sender's identity and legitimacy of the message. Use strong passwords. Create strong and unique passwords for your online accounts, avoiding sharing them with others. You should not write down in your diary or in Excel files, something like that. So even if you save it in Excel sheet with a strong password, but attackers are so powerful that they can even steal the information from that file. So you should not store the passwords anywhere. You have to store it in your mind itself. Okay. So be cautious about the unique passwords. Don't save the passwords. If the system is accessible by others, they will access your internet banking also. Be cautious of social media. Be mindful of what you share on the social media, as attackers can use this information to target you. Okay, so if you wear huge gold and put that message in the social media, they will target you only first. Instead of original gold, if you put road gold also, they will target you first. Report suspicious activity. If you suspect a social engineering attack, report it to IT department. IT department means not CSC or IT like that. So there is Information Technology Act available. So you can approach that Information Technology department. So they will uh, give certain solutions, or there are certain sections available for different types of cyber crimes. So you can, if you suspect any social engineering attack, report it to the IT department or the appropriate authorities, whatever we have discussed in the previous slides. Now moving ahead, we will discuss in detail about what is quid pro quo. The definition of quid pro quo is, it is a type of social engineering attack where attackers offer something of a value, example, a gift or a favor or a promotion, in exchange of personal information or access to the systems. Okay. So if you fall prey for such kind of gifts or a favor or a promotion, the intruders will enter into your organization's systems. So it is the responsibility of every employee to not reveal its his or her credentials for the sake of promotions and for the sake of a favor or for the sake of gift. Example, attacker posing as a company executive offers an employee a promotion in exchange of their login credentials. Just now I told you, if you exchange your login credentials to them, they will attack your entire system. Okay, they will enter into the organization's domain and they will access every information which is available in that organization's domain. And they will encrypt the data and they will demand a huge ransom amount for decryptions. Okay. So if you seek a legal advice also, it's a waste of time. It will take so many days. So to recover our data back, we have to pay the ransom amount, whatever they demand. So you have to be cautious of these kind of attacks. Prevention. Be cautious of unexpected offers or favors and never compromise for your security for personal gain. So you have to stick to the adhere, you have to adhere to the organization's vision and mission, their principles and their values. You should not use the login credentials or share the login credentials for your personal gain. Okay. This point also you have to underline. So you should not do anything for your personal gain. That is the prevention techniques. Coming to the tailgating, this is, of course, we have discussed about tailgating, but in detail with example we will see here. A physical access control attack where attackers follows an unauthorized person in a restricted area without proper authorizations. Example, an attacker follows an employee through a secured door without swiping their access card. Every software employee will be having access card. If they go for tea break, they will swipe it, and the any other latecomer on the day, he will take that advantage if he will enter without swiping that card. Okay, so there should be strict guidelines for one swipe. Only one user should enter into that office. Okay, so such kind of prevention mechanism is, you have to implement strict access and control measures such as requiring identification cards or a biometric authentication. Okay, so if you provide a biometric authentication, then it is not possible for the intruders to enter into the unauthorized access. Shoulder surfing, as I told you just now, what is shoulder surfing means, attacker observes individuals entering passwords are from a distance. Of course, nearby distance only. From far distance, they cannot observe. He is giving example of ATM. We should be aware of who is there in the ATM center. Okay, so in the ATM center, actually there is a provision for us to count our amount also. But because of so many members are available, we don't have option to count. We have to simply trust. Of course, every ATM will machine will give you the desired amount only. But sometimes there are certain fake number of notes will be coming through the ATM centers. So we have to verify all the notes properly. Okay, if it is a small amount, of course, ATM centers will not allow not more than 30,000 on one. Only three transactions are possible on one day. What are the prevention techniques? Here, you have to avoid entering sensitive information in the public areas. You should not access public Wi-Fi networks also. You should be very much careful while accessing sensitive data like internet banking or any UPI transactions using public networks. You have to use your mobile devices only, or your computers or your mobile device, to prevent others from seeing what you are typing. And these days, even the technology has so much improved that in olden days, while if you get any new iPhone, or if somebody lost their iPhone, others can easily access the password because of regularly is typing the password. That fingerprints or the screen will become that particular four words. If only four words password is there or six words password is there, those will be highlighted there. But these days, mobiles also using different techniques. They will jumble the numbers. Okay, so there is no question of uh, guessing the password by the others. So you can use such kind of latest advanced mobiles only. So this malware and ransomware attacks we will discuss in the next video. So for now, I will take a break, and you don't forget to subscribe to my channel. If you subscribe, then it will be encouraging me to do more videos. So I explained in the last video only, there will be a lot of pain while editing than recording. Recording will be easy. Sometimes our voice will not get recorded. I have to re-record it again. So I have to create a thumbnails, appropriate exact thumbnail for that. So it will take huge time for us to record. Is simpler, but editing is tougher. So you have to encourage the educators like me, I mean tutors like me, online vloggers like me. So subscribe my channel. HANU7 is my channel name. You can subscribe using this URL, youtube.com/HANU7. I hope you will subscribe. If you don't want to subscribe, I mean, if you don't want to get repeated updates from my channel, you simply click subscribe button and don't click all button. Okay, you will not get disturbed from every upload of my videos. So with this note, I would like to take a leave from all of you. Thank you very much for listening to me.